that would make God unjust. Okay? So this man is dead wrong. If God commands, God provides the grace we need to do his will. Okay? And that is faith. Okay? And that's why we said in Christian hope that we must hope that he will provide the tools we need to follow the commandments of charity, because he surely does. Yes.
Did he say which ones?
Maybe.
Son.
Yes, son. No, he didn't specify. He didn't specify. But probably he meant adultery and some. Pardon?
I'm being facetious. He didn't say which ones.
Mm-hmm. But basically, he meant like some of the commandments. Okay, let's say thou shalt not lie. Okay, thou shalt not lie. How many of us have never lied? So Cornelius would say, you see? Okay? But we know that we lie because we are not cooperating with the grace which God has given to us, which makes us incapable, or which makes us basically able to follow that commandment. It's not that we lie because it is impossible not to lie. No. We lie because we are not cooperating with the grace of God. Okay? So he was wrong. That's why it's always important to keep the scriptures in mind. Because if we just do this theologizing apart from the scriptures or the word of God, then we end up basically reflecting our own whims and wants. Because I can't do it, therefore it cannot be done. Okay, this is basically what Luther was teaching. So in the state of fallen nature, number 2, in the state of fallen nature, interior grace is never resisted. We're going to look at this in detail. The fact is that people, if God offers the gift, like in any other situation, someone can give me a gift, I may either accept it or reject it. So you remember this magazine, I don't remember the name of it, but they offered a gift to a woman who I think was fighting in Iraq or Afghanistan. You know the story. And so this woman was given a trophy, or whatever, a gift, a trophy by that magazine, that organization. Then that same organization gave this man who thinks she's a woman, or he's a woman, Caitlyn, whatever. You know that man, the Kardashian man?
Kris Jenner.
Yes, okay? The man. You can't be a woman if you are a man. Okay? So this is a man, okay? But now they call him a woman, okay? So that same organization gave him a trophy for heroism, okay? So the other man, because his wife, the wife died during 9/11, she was, I think, a firefighter or a policewoman, pulling out people. So she was going back into the World Trade Center, and then it collapsed, and he died. So this particular group organization basically gives, I think, prominent women who do acts of heroism. Okay, so this woman was given that honor from that organization. So that same organization gave an honor of heroism to this Kardashian man. Okay, who basically, he's a man. Have you ever seen him walk? He's not a woman, he's a man, but he thinks he's a woman. Okay, so they gave him that same honor as a hero woman. So the other man said that I can't deal with this. So he gave back the honor they gave to his wife. He gave it back. Okay, so one can choose to either accept the gift or reject it. The same with the grace of God. God can offer, but a human being, because we are free, we're going to look at free will later on in our text. Because a human being is free, a human being can either choose for God or against God. That's why we have the devil. He did that. And the devil influences humans to do the same. And some humans do it. So, it was so funny. Some of you, I think, watched this program. It was on CNN, Life with Lisa Ling, okay, that lady. So they advertised it. It was about, she went into basically a satanic cult in Detroit, and basically she interviewed these Satanists. But one of the Satanists, a young man, he made this statement, what the concept of human freedom and to choose. This man said that the devil is the liberator because he makes us question everything. The devil is the liberator because he makes us question everything. Just to think about that statement. The devil is the liberator because he makes us question everything. Including liberty itself. Okay. And then he continued. Because when we say question everything, it's not like what we mean by asking to understand. But question with skepticism and ridicule and whatever. So that's basically the nature of the devil. And then he continued and said that when the devil was presented with a choice in the book of Genesis, remember, Satanists are using the Bible to believe in the devil. When the devil was presented with a choice in the book of Genesis, he chose knowledge. And so he said, I am choosing knowledge. That's why I'm choosing the devil, to worship the devil. Because he chose the path of knowledge. Okay? But even, let's say for argument's sake, the devil chose stupidity. But let's say he chose knowledge for the sake of argument. How did the devil choose knowledge? How did he choose knowledge? No, because knowledge was there. Who put it there? That he make the choice. So who is greater? The one who creates or the one who makes the choice about God's creation? But you see the lie. You see the lie. But the lie, basically, a human being is capable of making those choices freely. To choose the lie and not to choose the truth. To choose falsehood. To choose evil over goodness. The mystery of human freedom. Humans are capable of doing that. So we need to pray a lot for our word for ourselves, but most we need to pray for such people. Because as Jesus tells us in John 8, the devil is a liar. From the beginning, that's what he does. And when he lies, he acts in character. Because that is his nature. So he lies, and then someone buys the lie, and the lie becomes the truth. So it was very interesting. They make reruns of these programs. So if you happen to see it, just watch it. It's so sad. This man has a collection of the statues of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, Mary, whatever. It's like on a table. It's a huge collection. And then he took this woman inside Lisa and he told her, that some people enjoy to water, their plants, in the house. So I enjoy watering, by whatever. So he takes in something like this, yes. And I think there's blood or whatever it is, something red. And then he just splashes the images or sacred images with this, bloody whatever. It's so gross. But that's where, humans are. So they have made that statue, that big statue they want to put on the Capitol building in Detroit, whatever it is. It's a huge statue of Satan. So if we can have 10 commandments on the Capitol grounds, So they are saying we must have the statue of Satan on capital grounds. We choose to worship the devil. It's our choice because he's our liberator. And the people who worship him, the way they look so gross. You look at them and you chill. These are human beings. But what they do to themselves, the way they look, you look at them and it's chilling. Did any one of you watch that program?
No, what is the name of it?
The lady is called Life with Lisa Lane. She does different whatever, but this time it was about that satanic thing. It's on CNN. So in the state of fallen nature, interior grace is never resisted. It can be resisted because God does not deny the grace of faith, hope, and charity to anyone. Some accept it, others reject it deliberately. So in the order of merit or demerit, in the state of fallen nature, it is not necessary for the human person to have freedom from necessity, but freedom from coercion suffices. That's what we've been looking at. The Semi-Pelagians admitted the necessity of a prevenient interior grace for every act, even for the beginning of faith. And their heresy consisted in this, that they held this grace to be such that the human will could either resist it or submit to it. It is Semi-Pelagian to say that Christ died or shed his blood for all human beings without exception. So basically what that means is that it can be understood in this way, that the fact that Jesus Christ died for all does not necessarily mean that all will be saved. Jesus Christ died for all, and the way is open to all. But some will reject the way, others will accept the way. So simply by the fact that Jesus died for all doesn't follow that therefore all will be saved. Okay. The will of God is that all be saved and come to knowledge of the truth. But some will reject knowledge of the truth and choose falsehood, and therefore they will not be saved. Just as the devil cannot be saved. Because if the devil could be saved, God would have saved him a long time ago. But the devil doesn't need salvation. He doesn't want salvation. He rejects salvation. So just as a human agent, who is the agent given into the lie, can reject salvation. So you hear people, okay, the truth is this. Someone says, I know it, but I don't believe it, and I don't like it. And I'm not accepting it. That's, human freedom. Let's take a break.